What up, YouTube? This is Steven Talbot. This is TalbyReacts. This is a special early TalbyReacts. I've done game reactions in the past, and I haven't done it really in this shape or fashion. I'm going to actually incorporate video gameplay into my review or my reaction. And so, yeah, I'm going to try this. I hope you enjoy the actual gameplay into my reaction. I'm going to do it based off of Bastion, the video game, which is an awesome game. I hope you like this video, and hope you have a good time. All right. Let's begin. So Bastion is this game done by Super Giant Games. So I actually played their youngest game, their latest game, which is a game called Transistor, which is a really fun game. If you played Bastion already, go pick up Transistor, check it out. It's a really fun game. I think Super Giant Games right now is one of my favorite indie developers overall. It's worth checking them out just to see what they got, because they always have really good stuff. They got these two games called Bastion and Super Giant Bastion and Transistor, and they're usually pretty cheap. I think they're $20, $15, $20, and usually they're on sale eventually. So you probably can get them for $5 to $10 whenever they go on sale. So check them out. So Bastion was pretty much done by Super Giant Games, and then it was published by WB Games, which I have to give props to. WB is doing a fantastic job. They recently had The Witcher and a lot of good games, and so keep it up. Give me more games like Bastion. So moving forward, so Bastion is about this boy. This boy wakes up, and this catastrophic event happens. The calamity. The calamity basically wipes out this area called the Caledonia, where this boy is from, and all that's left is this place called the Bastion, which is basically our hub world. And so the beginning is kind of him finding the Bastion. It's like one little level. And then you're in this hub world with this guy named this old guy named Rux, who is pretty much the narrator of the entire game. And he does a fantastic job. One of my favorite things about Bastion is just the narration. It's this old guy narrating to you. And it's an awesome type of film. Way props to kind of the people that they picked. Like almost both Bastion and Transistor have this awesome voice cast. And so, yeah, so you're in this place called the Bastion, and it's basically, the Bastion is made up like 6 or 7 different little areas that have like an armory where you can go and look at your different weapons and change different things. There's like 15 to 20 different weapons, and then there's all sorts of different things. There's a place where there's like a distillery where you can pretty much there's the way they do like special moves is they have 4 different whiskeys, which are basically you activate your special moves by doing like R2, and that one's like a big roll, grenades and all sorts of different type of things. And I think the distillery can help give you extra effects for your whiskey that you do. And then there's also like a lost and found. There's like ways of unlocking special parts. Very cool. The Bastion's pretty awesome. And then there's small different other characters. I think there's like 3 or 4 different characters. And then you have little pets, like the small little thingy, the squirts, I think they call them, that can live in your Bastion area. And so the Bastion is opened through cores. And so kind of the game mechanics is you get sent to this map through the skyward thing on the top of the Bastion the Bastion, and you get sent to this map. And this map is it's a nice sized map. It will take you, honestly, 6 to 7 hours, maybe 4 or 5 if you do it pretty quickly. And this map has a lot of different things. And so one of the interesting things is it has a challenge area. And also the Bastion does have a challenge area, by the way. But the maps also have a challenge based on weapons. And so every time you get a new weapon, a new challenge area for your weapon happens. And so there's like 3 different things you can win through this challenge map. And that's kind of the achievements. If you want to complete it all, you go through gaining through all these different weapons. And like, for instance, like I think I did, you'll probably see in the video, a gun one where you're running through and you're shooting these different targets, and you have a certain amount of time. And once you're, based on how many targets you got and more your time, you get X amount of weapon. You get X amount of prizes. I think I won probably like 2nd place. And so they have that, and then they have more of like the core, like where the story takes place is in finding these cores or fragments and stuff like that. I think there's initially like 5 or 6 cores that you have to find, each corresponding for the different areas you unlock on your map. And so what's cool is when you get a core, like the Bastion will get greener and greener. And so it's cool. And so the different core areas are different. There's swamps, there's towns, there's Arabian looking places. And some can be really good stories, and some can be really, really sad. Like for instance, there's this area that I play that you go through the town, you see different people. Most of the people that died are pretty much turned into stone. That's kind of their way of denoting to. They'll talk about the person or certain things, and so you'll go through these areas and you'll have to hit the stones, which is kind of ironic. And then so you go through different areas, and so very good story elements. So you have this main area. And in those main areas, main core areas, you have a lot of different enemies that you fight. And so some are very small, like the little squirts, or some are really these big old creatures that blow out water. Some of these really quick type of creatures. A pretty good mix. Although it's honestly about 8 or 9 different sets of creatures. It's not a huge list, but they kind of make them diverse and stuff like that. And they make the game somewhat challenging. I would say, honestly, the game is not horrifically challenging, but it's super fun. You'll definitely enjoy your time playing this game. And so, honestly, if you want a game to be relaxed and just want to waste some time, play this game. So, yeah. Kind of moving on to kind of the more story elements of the game. So, once again, it's about this boy who lives at Bastion, and he's trying to find these cores. And so, it's about this calamity that took place and kind of what's after that. And then this boy trying to figure out what happened. And really, it's kind of goes down to this story that took place. And so you have Cydonia and the people of Ura. And the Ura are kind of most these robotic type people who live underground. And they're pretty much trying to protect themselves. And so it's rumored that the Cydonia army was trying to make this massive weapon to eventually attack the Ura. And to kind of prevent that, the Ura started the calamity, or one of the radical Ura started the calamity, thus starting kind of the war and what happened, what ended up happening. And so it's kind of throughout the story is kind of what is kind of the mystery, kind of you figuring out these different story elements, you trying to figure out, trying to figure this out, and then at the end it's kind of more, they give you somewhat of a resolution that you probably will feel good with. So I want to kind of lead all the kind of the end points of kind of the mysterious and mystique of this game to you. I just kind of want to give you, this is kind of reasons why you should play this game. Please check it out, because you'll probably find it for $15. I got it for $5 on when PlayStation Experience had their sale. And because that's when I really started picking up is on December 1st, when they released it for the Vita. I picked it up for like $5, and so you'll probably find it for sales for pretty cheap. And so please check it out. Please like it. Guys, tell me what you think. This is kind of my part of the show where I do Tabby Wonders. Kind of, what do you think about this game? Do you like this game? Do you not like this game? What should they do better with it? What do you think about Super Giant Games? Kind of give you my thoughts. What do you think even about Transistor? I'd like to hear about that too, because that's an interesting game in my opinion. So, kind of, what are your thoughts? And thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked this. This is a really new format that I've been trying to play with. And yes, thank you. And thank you for supporting me. Subscribe to my channel down below. Put that subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Or leave some good comments. And thank you.